Good evening, guys. Happy Saturday. Anthony Fontana here. We're live after 5. Just wanted to touch base with everybody. Great day today. The weather was fantastic, except for a little bit of rain while I was out and about doing some work. It was just spectacular. I hope everyone here had a fantastic day. You're gonna have a great evening. So what was going on today? It was real estate day. I love Saturdays because it gives me an opportunity to get out and go look at properties, and jump into open houses and meet new realtors and meet old realtors that we know for a long time. So I went to three today. One just a couple of blocks from my house. This one right here is a gorgeous house here on West Neck Road. Literally, I could walk there from our house. Just a beautiful, beautiful home. And it was hosted by Matt Levin, a great young man, works for Progressive Realty Group. And then from there, I ended up over at my bestie's open house at, I think it's 70 Centerport Road in Centerport. A house that was actually something that I helped finance earlier. I'm going to say maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. Now it's up for sale. And Nicole Campisi of Keller Williams Point, Woodbury, Points North, did a fantastic job getting the house staged and ready for sale again. Just gorgeous. And then the third one was another one way out west from where we live in New Hyde Park with Homa hosting it. And Home was with the Laffey Real Estate Group in, I think it's Manhasset. So three different houses, three different price points. Hi, Harry, how are you? So the first one was like almost $2 million. The second one was around $800,000. And the third one was like $1.6 million. All different areas. And what blew me away was, I love looking at houses and I've always loved looking at real estate because it gives me a chance to dream. When you walk into a $2 million home, like literally just a few blocks away from here on, almost 3 acres of pristine land, and then with another, 2.5 acres available behind it, it's a different, it's a 7,000 square foot home. I don't need space like that, but it does spark my interest. It does motivate me. It gives me a little bit of, wow, that's possible. And then the other house was like $700,000, $800,000 house, small home in a different area, but also very close to where we are right now, a little east of us. And again, a gorgeous home, beautiful out, full swimming pool, just lovely, with a basement, with a rental. And again, it makes me think about the possibilities. And the third one was just a magnificent brand new build in New Hyde Park, literally built from the ground up. Unbelievable. We're talking meticulous, huge, cabinets everywhere, a complete smart home where the kind where you speak and the lights go on, and it's just an amazing place. It got me to dream and it gets me to think. So I've always done that when I was a younger guy and I was just getting my way. I used to go out and I used to look at luxury cars. I used to test drive luxury cars. I don't really care about a Lamborghini today, but I did when I was 20-something years old. I always loved looking at real estate because it motivated me to look at real estate and look at the possibilities of what's out there. Travel, looking at travel brochures, looking at travel magazines. I used to I still do actually, create a vision board of the things that I would love to have in material things, and then also adding to that would be the more sublime things, the relationships, the friendships, the things that make life worthwhile. The material things just do not. That's just stuff. But it does motivate. Today was a great day because as I'm walking around these houses, I got to think, someone owns this already. Someone already has this particular home. Somebody is already successful enough to own this particular house, and they're selling it for whatever reason. They're selling it and they're moving on somewhere else. So again, that's something to think about. If someone has something, then there is zero reason why you can't have that same something. Because if someone accomplished something in life, there's not a one of you that can't accomplish the same thing if you work as smart or as hard as they did. Luck is not involved. Winning lotto was not involved. Not one person in not one of those houses was a lotto winner involved. Every single person that owns those houses, and I know the owner of one of them, They didn't win anything. They worked their asses off to get what they have so that they could have what they have. Yet at the same time, you could duplicate what they did and have what they have. Zero reason for not accomplishing that. So that's the reason why I go out and I look at these things. You know, I don't get paid to do it. I'm not standing there greeting people coming in and out for 3 hours. I don't do that. I very rarely do that at open houses unless it's something that I'm involved on the ticket with the agent. But in this case, I wasn't. I just wanted to go out and see these homes. You know, hey Tommy, what's going on, brother? My Florida buddy. So I actually swung by 2 more on my way home that are abandoned and got out of the car and walked around them. Couldn't go in because they were abandoned, but I took note of where they are, what their addresses are, and I'm always keeping an eye out for things like that, and you should too, because if you ever see something that's worthwhile and you send it over to me, and we decide to buy that and invest in that, we pay referral fees for stuff like that, but I will be looking at these 2 houses again, and I'll probably pass the addresses over to people that I know that might be willing to buy, and open up a door there for them. So dream big and dream heavy, because the dream is real. If you want something in life, you can visualize anything in your life, you can have it, but you have to decide to go out there and do the work. There's no get rich quick in this planet. But how do you know what your dream is? The only way to know what your dream is to go out there and see things. You know, if your dream is just to be, a full-time mom or a stay-at-home dad, stay-at-home mom, or just to have a small business where you're just making enough where you don't have to work, 80 hours a week, you can work 40 hours a week. Hi, Lynn, how are you? Melody, how are you? What's going on, Rocky? That's your, whatever it is you want, you can have that. It could be as little as, earning an extra couple $100 a month. Of course, we can help you do that. If it's a much bigger goal, a much broader goal, you have to visualize it. You have to see it. When I was 20 years old and I was literally sleeping in my sister's pink bedroom with a 6-month-old baby and a new wife, I did not like that lifestyle. I did not want that lifestyle. I wanted to be more independent, obviously, as a young man. And we got up and we took a drive and we found a house and bought it that day. That was a Sunday. It was cold out. We bought a house that was something that no one expected me to do and no one believed I could do. Hi, Lynn. Lynn, we got to connect on Facebook. We have to talk about some stuff soon. We'll do that. So I decided and visualized myself doing that. I visualized myself in that house, living in it, with my baby, with my wife. I visualized it. I saw it happening. It took 6 months for this 20-year-old to close on that real estate deal. 6 months. So we had to put up with the sleeping in the bedroom thing for 6 more months. But once we bought it, we never looked back. Did we struggle? God, gosh darn it, we struggled. We want to talk about the walking to the train 1.5 miles to 2 miles, at 4 o'clock in the morning to get to the train with holes in my shoes because the stupid, car broke down. I did that. That's real. And there's a lot of people I know that did just that. Struggle where I couldn't even afford a cup of hot chocolate in my company's cafeteria. Couldn't do it. Didn't have the 50 cents or 24, whatever it was. Just couldn't do it. Buying a $5 spatula set on Christmas Eve as I was walking out of my job to get to the train, to get home, and that was my gift to my wife at the time. We look back on stuff like that and we kind of laugh about it, but it was some serious stuff. But we had a dream, we had a goal, we had vision. And to this day, so many decades later, I still have vision. I still have goals that I'll never hit because they're too big to hit in my lifetime. And yet they're there because I see myself moving forward. Hi, Homer. Homer, you had a great time today. We have some photos for you and a video in just a little while. We're going to be putting that up from today's open house. Homer did a fantastic job with this beautiful home today in New Hyde Park. And I appreciate you inviting me in. So, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I love you. I really appreciate that. And we did some work on some photos. We'll send them over to you in a little bit. So we just feel strongly about this, MJ and I. We want everyone to have 10 times what we have. We want you to succeed. We want you to be driven to have whatever it is you want in your life. Now, if you don't have it written down, you'll never know what it is. And if it is written down and you don't go out there and actually see it, how will you know? When I was a young kid, I used to go test drive BMWs, and right now that's what I drive. When MJ test drove the when she first saw the Grand Cherokee Summit, she loved the photos, but guess what we did? We went out and we drove one. She took it out for a spin, saw herself driving it. We decided to buy it. So it's vision, it's vision, it's vision. It's knowing in your mind that something that someone else accomplished, you could accomplish. I don't want you to limit yourself to what your reality is right now, what you think your reality is right now, because that's the smallest part of your life. Because this mind of yours is so expansive and so huge, it can travel anywhere. It can travel anywhere it wants to go, because all you have to do is think the thought. You ever lay down in bed and say, "Oh my God, I wish I was on vacation," and you picture yourself somewhere in Europe or somewhere on a cruise through the Alaskan landscapes, or or on a flight to Mexico, or traveling to South America on a 3-week hike. You ever visualize yourself doing that? Those of you that do visualize yourself doing that, are you going on travel sites and looking at the possibilities? Are you going into Liberty Travel and sitting down with the agent? Are you going and watching videos of people that have already done that? That's how you dream. That's how you dream. That's how you plant that passion in your soul, so that at the end of the day, it becomes as real as this little Morocco. It's real as this granite countertop. It's as real as I am sitting here right now in front of you. It becomes real, because if it's in the mind and you can see it, it is real. It's as real as anything around you. Anything physical around you starts in the mind. That's where it all begins. That's where the dream starts. So dream big. Go get off this webinar right now. Click the like buttons if you know. So I know you're here anyway. I can see you. I can see you in here. Richie, how are you? A few people that are in here. But I think you need to get off this webinar, get off this little talk, and go jump on a travel site and watch some of the amazing YouTube videos that are out there. The skydiving videos, the plane videos, the driving videos, the motorcycle through the desert videos. Go watch them. Go visualize. Go look at some houses tomorrow. There'll be open houses by the thousands tomorrow. Thousands. In Cinco de Mayo, there's open houses going on all around you. Go see a few of them. Don't be afraid to go look at a $2 million home. I don't care if you make $50,000 a year. Go look at that $2 million bad boy. Why not? Why not go walk through that home and enjoy yourself and visualize you sitting in that living room watching that giant big screen TV? Or maybe it's something a little bit more humble. Maybe it's just a $200,000 house in your area. That's just a very basic, beautiful home, but you're renting right now. So that could be your first step. You got to take a step to the next step, right? So maybe that's the first step. Dreaming really big is a lot of fun for me, but maybe you got to dream a little bit smaller just to do it. Because once you see that first step, you'll be able to see the second step. Peak to peak. In order to peak over the mountain, you got to climb up to the mountain, and then you can peak over the mountain. It's a great book by the late Dr. Robert Schuller called Peak to Peak. It's a great book. Pick it up on Amazon for $1 right now. Anyway, I love you guys. We'll catch you. Hey, Patrick, what's going on? Kevin Patrick's on here, and Cabaret is on here, and my friend Sal Brooklyn's in the house. I love it. I love it. Florida's in here. Lisa, how are you? What's going on? Abo, what's happening, my friend? Good to see you. Anyway, we love you guys. Have a great night. Have a great Saturday. Rock and roll. Go grab a glass of wine. Grab your partner and go hang out and enjoy the rest of the day. We love you guys. Have a great night.